Hello everybody, welcome back to Killer Film Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the wild ride that is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch or Wanda, Chiwetel Ejiofor as Mordo, Benedict Wong as Wong, Tol Gomez as America Chavez, Rachel McAdams as Dr. Christine Palmer, Jack Klein as Tommy Maximov, Julian Hillard as Billy Maximov, Michael Stolbar as Dr. Nick West, Haley Atwell in... I'll let you guess. We'll talk about that in a minute. Anson Mount, mystery role. Lahasha Lynch, mystery role. John Krasinski, Patrick Stewart, Charlize Theron, Sheila Atten, Adam Hugel, Bruce Campbell. Oh yeah, Bruce Campbell, Pizza Papa, that was hilarious. Yeah. With that out of the way, I thought this film was a wild ride. Honestly, it was a breath of fresh air. So many films have been like really just stagnant. Not a lot of flow to them lately. The ones I've been watching anyway. Doctor Strange, let's see here. America Chavez was primarily the focus of this, primarily protecting her from Wanda. That's the main plot thread throughout this entire film, pretty much in the most simplified sentence I can give, pretty much running away from Wanda or Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch basically wants to go and into another dimension and go see her children and bring them into her reality, pretty much. Which honestly doesn't make any sense since she can literally just dreamwalk and go see him anytime she wants. But I guess the Darkhold makes her get greedy and wants her to get more. Yes, America Chavez, there's a small moment that refers to the two moms. No big whoop there. A lot of films are having more and more of that. I just don't want it to become the primary focus of the film, of course. America Chavez power is to open multiverse portals. Wanda wants to see her two sons, Billy and the other son, pretty much. But of course, I don't understand that since she can literally just dreamwalk and see them, but I guess she wants them physically there to see them. The film does push boundaries between PG-13 and R with there being a little zombie action in here. Wong is Sorcerer Supreme, of course. Oh yeah, okay. Now we're gonna get more into spoiler territory, so this is at the point where you probably just want to click off, if anything. So let's see here, we have multiple cameos. We see Haley Atwell again. It's Captain Carter in this one. We have Attack on Carmitage with... Oh yeah, that's right. They have there's a big fight between Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch at the Carmitage with Wong and the Sorcerers trying to defend her off, but she eventually just has the ability to just teleport or something, mind power, which basically causes the sorcerers to lose confidence or something, and they just all flee. Oofed. Yeah, but yeah, all the trailers hinting at the dream sequences, yeah, those are just different multiversals Stephen Stranges you're seeing there. Wanda is just trying to get Chavez's power, just like the Doctor Strange did at the start of the film. There is some yeah, let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. Professor X does show up, of course, as from the trailer. He says his line from Days of Future Past. And the same way, same line he says to younger Eric, younger Magneto, pretty much. And to his younger self, really. His younger self. I'm sure you remember that. That's one of the best films, honestly, that I gotta get back and review. Question for you all, do you want me to just start at the beginning with X-Men or just start with New Timeline? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, because it'd probably be a good idea to review those films before they start the new X-Men series up, which I'm sure they're going to do pretty quick here. I'm going to say we're going to have a new X-Men series within the next 2 years. You keep an eye out, you're going to see it within 2 years. That's my guess right now. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, there's some like evil wisps, I guess we would call them. Evil demons, evil wisps. They kind of just... If you're familiar with the wisps and Skyrim, you'll pretty much get what I'm going at here. These little demon things that go after Strange, because Strange, spoiler alert of course here, takes over the body of a version of him that's dead. Pretty dark and gruesome, I must say, and then he starts trying to take control of everything. You know, he tries to fight Wanda off. Power scaling is all over the place with this film. Honestly, I just don't get it. A lot of different power scaling. Just doesn't make any sense, honestly, because basically there's like a whole chase scene where Wanda's taking over like another version of herself, and she's only walking the whole time, and then she finally uses her power to sit there and go after Strange when she literally had the power to levitate the whole time. So I don't get what was going on there. Maybe some kind of lack of power when doing the dreamwalk thing. Yes, and then you do see like a version of Black Bolt in this as well, in this film, a version of Captain Marvel, version of Mr. Fantastic as well. Pretty iconic scene there. They talk about their version of Strange and what happened to him. Pretty much how he kind of just went evil with the Darkhold. Doctor Strange basically runs away with Christine and with America Chavez to go get the Book of Ashanti. Book of Ashanti ends up getting destroyed by Wanda, pretty much, ending that sort of thing, you know. Honestly, you know, honestly, you have like a couple of cool scene transitions where they're going into the different dimensions, like near the start of the film. Honestly, it was really cool. I just give this one like a 9 out of 10 because it was so good. I'm even seeing channels that don't normally do film reviews doing film reviews because of this movie. So you know it's getting people's interest up through the roof. You compare it against Spider-Man No Way Home. I think No Way Home's actually got the edge here for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, just because No Way Home actually brought back a lot of iconic characters from the Spider-Man franchises. This film, I feel, was kind of lacking on that sort of thing with bringing back some old characters. I mean, Mr. Fantastic was nice, Professor X was good, but it wasn't on the level of No Way Home. For me, I just feel like having the villains and the old heroes back really makes a difference versus just having old heroes back. That's kind of why I put No Way Home on a higher scale than Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness at the end of the day. Honestly, the whole dynamic between Doctor Strange and alternate universe Christine is pretty nice as well. We do have a nice send-off to his version of Christine in Earth 616, where they just basically are like, bye-bye now, I'm getting married, pretty much, and there's like that whole fight scene with the octopus that you keep seeing in the trailers. Very, very graphic parts in that fight in particular. If you can imagine like a ballpoint pen and an eye, you pretty much get what I'm going with here. Very, very graphic, very brutal. This film gets brutal. It gets as brutal and terrifying as it can get to not get an R rating. Honestly, I feel like the PG-13 and a rated R kind of goes back and forth depending on the generation. Like I brought up in Northman, like there's like the Kate Winslet scene in Titanic. That was considered PG-13 back in the day, but now obviously that'd be pushing into R territory pretty much to today's standards. Standards are always changing depending on the decade, honestly. You can even tell, like, over periods of 5 years that things can change drastically when it comes to filmmaking. Some things are allowed, some things not allowed, etc., etc. Honestly, like Scarlet Witch kind of just being her whole motivation to this film, just trying to get to see her boys, I guess, was interesting, I guess, but at the same time it felt a little simplistic. I felt like there could have been more going on here. I feel like a Mephisto cameo would have been nice, but no Mephisto cameo. I know all of us who watched WandaVision were like, oh, Mephisto's gonna show up, Mephisto's gonna show up, but no Mephisto. I guess they're just not wanting to piss off the audience too much with that. They kind of went as dark as they could for a Marvel film, and then just kind of didn't push it that extra edge because they didn't want to push into R territory. The only time I think they're ever going to do R-rated Marvel content is if it involves Deadpool. That's about the only time. Otherwise, Disney likes to keep things squeaky clean. It likes to have a lot of control over things. It's a miracle that they even let Kevin Feige run things as he does. I'm just glad he's running things. Honestly, I should clarify this, especially because people are going to go into... I'm going to just clear this up right now. There's no post-credit scene that shows X-Men introduction at all, okay? The only X-Men present in the film is Professor X, Xavier. That's the only one that shows up. The other ones don't show up. I'm kind of surprised that Magneto didn't get a role in this one. Honestly, it would have been good to see Magneto show up in some form to oppose, to kind of get in the way of Wanda. That would have been cool. But I suppose the actor that plays him is kind of just trying not to do so many films anymore because he's kind of getting older in age. Same with Professor X. Professor X, I mean, he had some doubts about coming back, especially after Logan. Honestly, I would have liked to see like a little cameo, a little something on the wall, like a picture of Wolverine with Hugh Jackman or something, but I guess not. Guess he's done for good with that character. Wong basically is like a badass in this film, does a lot of things, and he's really cool, but he ultimately gets defeated by Wanda. There's cool sequences which involve the mirror dimension and Wanda, kind of artistic, like very, yeah, so they do finally do the mirror dimension thing, but they use it on Wanda, not on like somebody like Thanos like they should have. No, there's no Thanos anything in this film. He's referenced, of course. No, still no Eros, his brother, either. Honestly, don't know where that thread is going. I think it's either setting up for Eternals 2 or they're going to sit there and do a limited series off of it. That's the only thing I can think of when you introduce, like, Thanos' brother and then that drunk elf or dwarf or whatever. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that there was no mention of the Time Stone and it not being present. Like, honestly, I would have thought that would have been a more big deal, but I guess they kind of are having the Infinity Stone still destroyed or something. But honestly, reality can't hold itself together without the Infinity Stones, so they exist somehow. That's how I'm going about it. I'm going to say that they're really teeny tiny, and we're going to hear more about them in that Ant-Man and Wasp Quantum Mania, whenever that comes out. I think that one's on the docket for 2023, I want to say, or 2024, one of those 2 years. I expect a lot of Marvel TV shows to fill in the gap between then. I'm kind of iffy on Thor, Love and Thunder at the moment. I'm not sure which direction that film's going to go. But I hope the direction of that film isn't just kind of going silly. There's only so much of stuff you should have in a film. There's got to be some sort of cutoff point, you know? Like, we got to just pay attention that film should be something for everybody to enjoy. Totally agree with that, but not too much of anything in particular. Just a nice range. A nice range of things. Boy. But yeah, otherwise, you know, Doctor Strange, 9 out of 10, good film. I have one more to review for this week, and then I'm pretty much all caught up for my film reviews. See you on Dumbledore, or Fantastic Beasts 3, Secrets of Dumbledore. See you next time. Bye-bye now.